Okay, welcome back, class. Today, we're going to discuss how well are you reading the table. Look at your feedback, what the table is telling you after your practice session, okay? Now, previously on episode 34, I discussed my landing zone, right? Now I'm showing you my table. You can see where the dice land. You see the difference between the coloring of the material on the tabletop? All right? See how my corner shot is? See the difference between the material? See if you step further back, see the difference between the coloration? All right? That tells me how I'm shooting. It's not the length between the table and the back wall that's giving you the color. That's the amount of practice that you throw and the contact that the dice make with the table that's changing the surface of the material. All right? Now, after a while, you'll see the same result of your table. That's why it's important to have a good layout. Listen, playing crap, it's like playing tennis, all right? When you're really good at it, you try to hit the ball the closest to the edge of the line without going out. All right? That way the other side doesn't have time to react. And it's the same thing. When you hit close as possible to the back wall with the less energy, as low as possible, there's less chance of a rebound traveling too far out. All right? Now, the only way to do that is to get practice. The more you practice, the better you become. All right? So, my table, like I mentioned earlier, is 8 feet long. And I shoot from stick right 1 to stick right 2, right? It looks small in the video, but it's 6 feet and 6 inches is where I'm shooting from. See where the paper is? See the distance, the line? Where is the number? Yeah, you can see that better. 6 feet. Okay? 77 inches or so. So when I set up my dice, I'm right here. Stick 1, okay? About 6 feet. Now, you want to get closest to the wall as possible. So you don't want to shoot as far away from it. That way you have to expend more energy. What makes a great crap shooter? Basketball player. Anybody over 6 feet. Because all they have to do is reach their arms out and just twist their wrist and drop the dice and bang the back wall. No energy. Very minimum energy, right? But what happens when you get a tall guy? They don't want to stay next to the stick. They go all the way at the other end of the table. Now they have to exert the force. You try to reduce the randomness, all right? The closest you get to the back wall, the less force you need, the softer the dice will land, the closer you are to your goal. So as you can see, from where I'm shooting to the back wall is 6 feet and 7 to 6 inches. Now, if you really want to look good and do cocky about you, your buddy walk up to the table, and when you get the dice, you could just tell your buddy and says, "Give me a reading," and your buddy can go 2 meters, 0.4, or he can get 6 feet, 5 inches. Right, wind velocity 0.5, trajectory angle 45 degree, and then you set your dice and you lay out. Just like a reaper, he's got his spotter. The reaper is adjusting his instrument while his spotter is calling out the measurement. So your spotter is giving you 6 feet 7 inches at 0.05 wind velocity, and your projection is supposed to be 95 degree or 45 degree, but I usually shoot at 20 or 30 degree. And after it's called, you make your roll, the dice tells you how to project, and then your spotter gives you a different reading. Now, why wind velocity? There's always wind velocity everywhere you go, okay? There's AC running all the time. The walls are blocking it, but the movement of the pitcher, the people, so you could just say 10 degrees, all right? Or 5 degrees, or 0.1 degrees. Hell, the dealers don't know what it is. All it does is just makes you sound good. And then it takes their mind off it, because the table of the energy plays a big role out of your success as well, right? The players are playing against the house. So all the energy of the player is with the shooter. They're rooting for you silently, quietly, so their numbers can come in, so they don't lose money, right? The dealers, depends on the mood they're in or whatever, and on tips and stuff, 95% of the chance they're against you, all right? And the box man, the banker, 100% he's against you, because he don't want to give the money out, and he's pissed he's got to sit there and watch you making money like $100 a 10 second while he's sitting there making, whatever they're making a year. But I'm pretty sure it's not $100 per 10 second that you have the possibility of making. So he's getting negative energy. So what do you do to get rid of that negative energy? You distract them. You distract the dealer. Okay? You call out your range, have your spotter, all right? Have your spotter call out your measurement, your movement. You're the artillery, you're firing. Get some nice looking girls in a fancy dress, jumping up and down to distract them, all right? That's the thing. You got to change their energy to match the rest of the table energy. Again, the only way to get good at it is to practice. So keep on practicing. The more you practice, the better you become. Now, my whole message to you is I'm giving you the tools that you need to improve. Whether you improve or not, that's up to you. It's how much energy you put into it, okay? My motto is I manifest wealth by acquiring knowledge, okay? Again, I manifest wealth by acquiring knowledge, okay? Once I acquire the skill, I turn it into the knowledge, and then I apply the action, and that's when the wealth manifests itself. All right? So, get the tools you need and make the time to put into practice, okay? Take care, and don't forget to show up for practice.